In this video, I'm gonna, with the DJI Osmo Action 4 and the DJI Mic 2, show you some options to give crisp, nice sound to your video. I also bought something on TEMU, first time test. It's gonna be interesting to see if it's better or worse than the original part, and it can also save you some money. Just so we can compare the audio quality, I'm now recording directly into the Osmo 4. I've toggled the noise reduction off and I've toggled the audio channel to mono. That is because the DJI Mic 2 records in mono sound into the Osmo 4. Time to test the DJI Mic 2, and I guess you can hear a lot of difference in the audio from when I was down there and spoke directly into the Osmo 4. I don't have the noise reduction toggled on yet. I'm gonna do that now so we can do a test and hear if there is any difference in the surrounding noise and in my voice. Two ways to do it. You can do it in the Osmo 4 in the audio settings, or you can push the power button here to activate the noise reduction. So I'm gonna toggle it on now. And can you hear any difference in the surrounding noise and in my voice? Here we are at the first destination, the Central World. We're gonna go in. I need some food. I haven't eaten any breakfast yet, and I think it's maybe 1:30 now. So it's time to have something to eat. I'm going to the Philippines in January, so subscribe if you wanna experience the Philippines with me. I'm going with my Philippine friends. The one to the right there, the black one or black grayish, is the one that I bought on TEMU. The reason why I bought it, because I didn't like the white one. I have a white DJI Mic 2 and the white wind muff, it was too much white. So I bought this one, and if we turn it around and look at the back side here, you can see that the mic opening is much bigger on the TEMU one than the original white one. And another thing that I noticed is the size of the wind muff. If I get my hands on it. The TEMU one is a little bit smaller, less hair on it. And I also noticed when I push on the top here, it's much softer. So it's a little thicker layer in the original one than this from TEMU. So now I'm gonna run a little test on both of them so we can hear the quality, and I'm gonna toggle the noise reduction off while I test these. Here you can see the DJI Mic 2 with the original wind muff, and as I said, it's too much white. If you like to wear a black t-shirt or like one color jacket, the mic really points out towards the surroundings, and some people are very aware of being filmed or like recorded, so to have a black wind muff kind of made it a little more undercover, if you understand what I mean. So that's why I really bought it. So we're gonna test the audio on this one now, as you probably can hear, but I'm gonna go a little closer to the ocean and we can hear how the wind muff pushes away the noise. This is the sound with the white wind muff. The ocean is splashing, not too much ocean, but there are some sound. And I'm gonna put on the TEMU wind muff now so we can hear if there is any difference. I've changed to the TEMU wind muff, and here's the white one. The TEMU is on. Can we hear any difference in the sound? Maybe hear a little bit more of the ocean, I don't know. But the best test would be if there was really windy, because of, as I said, this one has a lot of hair compared to the TEMU one. So I think actually the wind has more difficulty of penetrating this one than the TEMU one. But if you want to, I can run a test in a very windy condition between those two in a later videos. Just comment below. Yeah, I guess that's enough, isn't it? Yeah, let's do something else. Let's talk about one of the reasons why I would pick DJI Mic 2 before I pick the new Mic 3 microphone. And that is that DJI Mic 2 has a jack plug intake, and that means that you can connect one of these. This is a lavalier. This one is from DJI, and I live in the west of Norway, and here it rains, and then it rains, and then it rains a little bit more, and those are not waterproof. So having one of these can actually make your day. If you want to make a video and there is a slight rain or heavy rain, this one is cheaper, that's one thing, and you can have it here and still get audio. If you want to protect your DJI Mic 2, you need to put it under your jacket, and the audio will get muffled. Having one of those saves the day, and the new Mic 3 don't have that choice. So that's one of the reasons. The audio is plenty good enough. If you listened when I toggled the noise reduction on, and if you listen to the Bangkok clip, you can hear that the audio is clear, it's good, and of course it comes to taste with the bass and the high pitch and low pitch and all that, but to make a YouTube video, it's plenty good enough as it is. Why do we need 100 more external mics for our small setups? I don't understand why. I think we're actually just in time. I see the water is getting darker just out there, so I think the rain is pretty near. So we have a little gapahauk up there, so we can sit down and do the rest of the video about the 32-bit float. So I just have to balance these stones here, you can see here, and get over here so we can sit down. But this is the sound with the lavalier mic, and it's my first day today testing it. I'm pretty satisfied. The audio is good enough for me, and we can do one more thing with it. I'm not sure if it works. I forgot to tell you, my DJI Mic 2 is safely in the pocket and protected by the rain, and the price of this I put up here, and I'd rather lose that than a DJI Mic 2. So I'm gonna activate the noise reduction and see if that works with the lavalier. And the noise reduction I toggle on now, and can we hear any difference? Is my audio bad, or is the audio the same? Is it good enough? Do we hear the surrounding noise, or do we hear only me? I've heard it already because I edited the video, but I'm asking you to reflect. Is the DJI Mic 2 with the option to have a lavalier mic connected if it's a bad weather, rather than buy the DJI Mic 3 that doesn't have a jack intake, so you can use a lavalier mic? So I'm not sure. Why do they do that? Do I forget that people are, for one thing, using it with action cameras, and people who are using action cameras or maybe in snowy areas, in mountain areas, fog, moist, stuff like that? I don't know. So that's something for you DJI to think about. Create more waterproof stuff. It's the same. I have the DJI Pocket 3, but I actually stopped using it because you need to be so gentle. You can't like just put it away. You need to put it into a box or something like that to protect the gimbal head. And yeah, I actually started using the Osmo Action 4 lately because it's so much easier, and the video quality is plenty good enough. The rain really started to pick up, so I just changed to my rain jacket and I'm gonna head back to the car and finish the last bit while I'm walking. So the lavalier mic really came to its use today. As I talked about, if you just have a mic, you can't connect it under your jacket because the sound gets muffled. But with this lavalier mic now, I can keep recording, making video, even if it's raining. Going into a dark park now. Dark part, getting tired. Oh, maybe I'm getting a bit dark just now. Not too far. Getting slippery all over and wet. Okay, we were talking about the 32-bit float, and the 32-bit float is an option that you have with the DJI Mic 2, and it's recorded internally in the DJI Mic 2. So if you want to use it, you need to extract it by connecting the DJI Mic 2 via USB-C to your computer and add it into your project editing software. And then you can, depends on what editing software you have, you can do like a auto match audio to video clip or something like that. As I said, depends on which editing software you have, and then you can use the 32-bit float instead of the direct audio recording that I am recording now. So I'm gonna try to add a clip of me using the 32-bit float instead, so you can hear the difference, if there is any. So now I'm gonna change to the 32-bit float audio file, and you can listen how it is. Okay, now I'm using the 32-bit float, and what's good about the 32-bit float is when you record that, you don't have to worry too much about the metering on your DJI Osmo Action 4 if it's clipping, because the 32-bit float has a higher dynamic audio range, so you have much more audio space to work with. So it protects kind of the clipping areas that you get when you record and want to use the direct audio that we are recording now. Something like that, maybe difficult explained, being out of breath walking up and it's raining. Yeah, but I think 32-bit float has its place. It is extra work, and as we talked about, extra work we don't like. We want to have easy gear, light gear when we're out hiking, like that. As the less gear you have, the lighter the weight, and you want to have a jacket, a rain jacket for reserve. You want to have food, you need to hydrate, and the more things that the companies come with that you need to buy to get the best quality possible is, for me, it's getting tiresome. As I said, DJI Mic 2 and DJI Osmo 4 works plenty good enough. Now the settings is semi auto. It's ISO between 100 and 1600, and the shutter is 60, because I'm recording in 30 FPS. So that's the 180 rule, if you're into that as well. If you want to, I can make a video about like video settings, the 180 rule, stuff like that, to explain. If you follow those rules, sometimes I see videos that are really lagging, like you can see the movement is like very choppy, and that's much of the times because they use 100% auto settings even when they film with their phone, and it messes up the frames, so you get like choppy video clips. If you use the 180 rule, then the frame wet. The 180 rule, you're more likely to get much better quality on your video. Yeah, that was a little bit side note of what we're actually talking about, but I like to babble when I start. Screen on, arm tired, keep moving, get out of here. Yeah, you can, we're still filming in, still using the 32-bit float audio file. So what do you think? Is there any difference between the 32-bit float and the direct recorded audio? Because when you export your video clips, it exports with the recorded audio, and the 32-bit float, as I said, is still on the DJI Mic 2, so you need to extract it, put it in your project. Yeah, so this is Norwegian nature. I haven't shown too much about it, much of it today, but you can see some of my other videos. My last two, actually, I think is more about this place on a sunny day. Do some photography, explain a little bit what I'm thinking, how I think. I don't like to follow rules, but the rules is kind of sometimes naturally implemented in the framing of the picture or the object or whatever. It's like a swimming pool here now. Yeah. Oh, uphill. That's a good thing about making videos, doing this. You get exercise. I remember before the pandemic, I was like 79 kilos, ripped in shape, and then the gym closed, and I'm not either or. I need the gym and I need the food or the nutrition part. So I fell off the wagon big time. When the pandemic was over, I was 105, and I never eaten so much garbage in my whole life. Pistachio ice cream, like a pregnant woman. I was burning for it. Pistachio ice cream with chocolate chunks in. My last meal in the evening. Let's say, oh, getting wet. I had been on a diet for 8 months. So maybe it was my cravings that got to me. I don't know, or the isolation, I don't know. But anyways, I'm pretty much back in much better shape now, and it really has an impact on your daily energy and of course your mood. Yeah, nice to have your company while I'm walking. The hike actually went a little bit quicker. We were all over there by the ocean. I'm not sure how much of this I'm going to use, but anyways, I'm just talking. Whew. So if you have any more or any ideas of what type of videos you want me to make, as I said, I'm going to the Philippines in a couple of months, so I'm gonna vlog. I'm going with some Filipino friends. My best friend of many years. He's been living here since we were youth, and him, his Filipino wife, his 2 kids, we are going back to the Philippines. I haven't been there in 10 years, so I'm really looking forward to meet all the people I met when I was there. So kind, so friendly. I really maybe it's rude to say, but I feel more at home amongst the Filipinos than I do here. I don't know why. And if you like my sacrifice, at least please like the video, please share it, subscribe if you want to. I like to make travel videos about everything: cinematic, photographic, nature, hiking, road trips, sometimes gear. Yeah, I'm doing this to keep me occupied, and I like to be creative. So the channel is a little hybrid of me and some things in my life. I'm not too good at vlogging, but actually now I kind of felt that I was in a good I don't know the word, something. So I just kept going. I need to get better at vlogging and showing more personality. That's what I'm trying to say. So now I kind of got into the groove. That's the word. Yeah, I am soaking wet. You can see the difference here. Soaking wet. Yeah. And here is another thing about having action camera, the Action 4 contra the Pocket 3, just like the DJI Mic. If I was having the Pocket 3 out now, I could just stop when it started to rain, and the same if I didn't have the lavalier mic, I could just stop. So finally I'm at the car. I'm soaking wet. I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, I'll see you next time. My car, by the way. Yeah, nothing else to do, nothing else to say. I'm done. Bye bye.